Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. In today's video, we are going to be doing a planner flip through where I share with you my current planner setup and how I am using all of my planners within my Franken planning system. So if this is your very first time seeing my planner, I do have a letter size planner. This is 8.5 by 11, and I do have multiple planners or multiple sections within this one planner, and we will talk about all of that. For my cover, I am using the Notiq cover. This is the black leather croc cover, and I will have it linked in the description box if you're interested in purchasing this one. And I also have the Happy Planner metal discs on here. These are the gold metal discs in the classic size. I like to keep it to the classic size. I don't usually like to go to the expander ones because I find it very difficult for me to flip my planner and flip the pages back and forth with the expander disc. So I try and keep it to the classic size. And right now it's a pretty good size. I am able to still flip my planner open pretty easily. So let's go ahead and open it and let me show you the different things that I have in here. The very first thing I have in here is a pocket. This pocket is from Talia, and it is a double-sided pocket. It's a plastic pocket folder that you can keep at the very front of your planner. I only use it mainly to keep stickers, and then sometimes I will have letters or bills or different things in here as well. But I love it because it has pockets on both sides, and then it also comes punched, and I am able to just keep it at the very front of my planner with the current sticker set that I am currently using. So that's the very first thing that I have in here. And then the next thing are my dividers. So these dividers are from Tul, and I will have them linked in the description box as well if you're interested in them. They are the gray dividers from Tul in the letter size, and I have just labeled each one of these with all of the sections that I have within my planner. The very first section is my schedule, and when you open it up, this planner is the hourly planner that I created on my own, and the very first page is my goal setting page or my monthly overview. On this spread is where I will keep what goals I have for the month and what actually happened. So in the next video where I set up my planner for the next month, that will be posted on Wednesday, I'm going to write in what actually happened, how I did for this month, and then I will have a nice overview of what goals I had and how I actually accomplished those goals, or if I got close to accomplishing those goals. The next page in here in my schedule planner is my monthly overview. This is my monthly calendar, and I will just basically write in all of the big things that are happening throughout the course of the month. So any events, any scheduled things that I have to accomplish, they will all be put on this page. This helps me to kind of stay on top of everything that's coming up, and I am able to write in the events and then check them off as they come along. Now this planner is the exact same. I have used this planner for about the past 2 years, and I have loved this setup, but I have it from 6 a.m. till 10 p.m. and I will just write out everything that I need to do and when I need to do it, and then I'm writing everything in black and checking off everything in red. The one big change that I think I have made within this planner is that I have started decorating this planner on a consistent basis, and this is just me being more intentional with the decoration because I really do like it when I do have time to do it. Now if I don't have time to do it, I won't do it, and I will just make sure that I'm still using my planner, but I do try my best to still make some time to actually decorate it because I do love how it looks. So this was the very first week of March, and it was like a macaroon and balloon type spread. I really love this spread. I love the pink. This was probably one of my favorites for the month. The second week was a coffee spread, and once again the look is basically the same. I am still just writing everything in the black and writing and checking off everything in red, and I will just keep up with what's coming up the very next week on my sidebar. That way I'm able to plan really easily with what's coming up in the very next week. But I really love decorating this, and I just love how it looks. The next week, I did not have a sticker kit, so I just used some leftovers from different ones that I had. But once again, I did just keep up with keeping track with what's coming up next week and writing out my full schedule. I tried to see how I would like keeping up with my menu and my habit trackers on the sidebar. I did not really like it there though, so I didn't use it for this week at all, but I like to experiment and try different things. And then the very last week, I did have like this Tiffany blue spread, which I did really love this one as well. I do like to use the boxes as well to kind of keep up with what lives I'm doing or what YouTube videos are coming out. But for the most part, I don't use mini stickers. I just use them really on the outskirts of the spread. And this was the last page within my schedule planner. So that is it for this particular one. I do have a brain dump on the back here where I can kind of plan what's coming up next if I need to. I didn't really need to use this page that much for this month. The next section that I have in here is my business section. Once again, we have the Tul Dividers. And if you wanted to know about the top dividers that I have in here, these top ones, and this one's actually backwards, I get these top dividers from Happy Planner, and I have purchased them from Amazon in the past. I do like these dividers because they're very, very sturdy. They are difficult to find though. So if I find them on Amazon, I will link them below and put them in the description box. They also have some Etsy shops that do sell them as well. I find that the ones on Etsy aren't as sturdy as the Happy Planner ones, but they are a great substitution if you cannot find the Happy Planner ones. So moving into the business planner, the very first page that I have on here is just some business goals and some business things that I wanted to do. So I have my long-term goals, some habits that I wanted to complete with reading that I was doing, and my April topics, the things I wanted to talk about for the next month. And then I have my growth goal of just, this is an Instagram goal. And then after that, I have my monthly spread in my business planner, which is dedicated to my social media. So for my social media, I'm just keeping track of what YouTubes I have coming up, or what YouTube videos I wanted to do, or what I'm doing in my membership. That is how I use this spread. I don't usually decorate this one that much because I really need all of the space in order to kind of keep up with all of the different videos and social media posts that I need to complete. So that's my monthly spread. And if you have never seen this planner before, this is because this is also one that I created. It has the exact same look as my hourly spread, where I have the goal page, I have the monthly page, but the very next page is actually a weekly spread in the vertical. So I did decide to go ahead and create a vertical spread. That way I am able to keep up with the business tasks that I need to complete on a daily basis. When it comes down to my business tasks, I like to just create one really long list that I can just check off the different things that I need to do on a consistent basis. This was the very first week that I created it, and as you can see, these 2 days, it was Mardi Gras week. So this was Lundi Gras, this was Mardi Gras. So I didn't do anything business related. I basically was off on these 2 days. And then I kind of slowly started back up on Wednesday and really did some more toward the end of the week. But this one is a vertical style where I am able to jot down all of the content that I have coming up for the very next week, and then keep one really long to-do list for all of the business tasks that I need to complete. Now, a majority of this is going to be social media related, but some of it isn't. Some of it is related to other emails that I need to send out, or newsletters, or different things that I need to do for my business. But I really do love the vertical style for this. So I really got into it when we got to the 3rd week of March. As you can see, that's when I really started filling everything out and really started writing in it more consistently. And then this was the very last week. Now, for decoration for this particular planner, I'm using the leftover stickers from the hourly layout that I did. So With my hourly layout in my planner, we know that I don't use a lot of the box stickers. I will use only the perimeter ones, and I don't really use the entire kit. So what I did is use the rest of the kit within my business planner. So I used all of the rest of the boxes in the business planner and the weekend sticker. I just used the rest of the stickers here. So I like that because I get to decorate multiple planners with the same stickers, which means the weeks match. So the last week of my business planner matches the last week of my weekly planner, and I really do like how that looks overall. But also all of the stickers don't take up too much space because I'm able to kind of spread them out and still have enough room to write everything that I need down. So this was the very last week within my business planner, and this was the first month that I have used a vertical planner that I actually created. I am planning on putting this one into the shop, so I will have it linked in the description box if you wanted to purchase this download so that you are able to print it out and use it on your own. Basically, it's going to be the monthly plan page, the monthly calendar page, and then you have about 4 weeks of weekly vertical style, and then the last page in here is just a notes page. So I also have been using some insert pages. These are classic size insert pages just to keep up with different notes that I have that I want to just keep in here to kind of plan out different things that's coming up next. So I would just write down all of my notes or what things that I want to make sure that I remember on these sheets and then just stick them within my planner. So after my business section, the very next section that I have is my YouTube tracker. So my YouTube tracker is where I am keeping up with all of the videos that I have coming up, and I'm keeping track of where I am in the filming process. So we have to film, edit, upload, thumbnail, description, cards, end screen, tags, chapters, add comments, and if it's shared or not. So if I have completed all of it, I will just color it in. But if I don't, if I skip a video or let's say I change my mind, I will just add X's to let myself know that I did not film that particular video. But I love this tracker. This is within my social media planner that I do have on my Etsy shop. It is a download to where you're able to download the entire social media things that I will use to track at different stages. So you can get your hands on that, but how I use it is I will just add the video that I'm working on and the date that I am planning on posting that particular video. So I have some blank ones in here as well, and then the very next section that I have is my content ideas, and this is just where I am writing out all of the content that I want to possibly plan out and think about and script and research for the next upcoming set of videos. So that's what I have here. And once again, this is within the social media planner that I have. It will be linked in the description box. So this is the business section of my planner. And the very next section is the personal section of my planner. Now, if you remember a couple of months ago, I did remove the personal section of my business planner because I was trying to limit things for a little bit until I got more on track with the church that we opened and everything that we had going on. I was just in a busy season, so I did limit some things. However, now things are starting to calm down a little bit more. We're getting more back on track. We have more of a system, so now I am able to add things back. So I did add back my personal section within my planner, and I did use the exact same spread that I have here. This is the same vertical style planner that is used for my business section. I just did the exact same thing and created the same section within my personal section. So within my personal section on the monthly plan, I do have my goals, events, what I need to purchase, things I need to do in my home, and then I have some menu ideas. I was doing keto at this time, so I had some keto ideas of different things that I wanted to eat. On my monthly spread for the month of March, I did just kind of keep track of some personal things that we were doing. However, I am going to change this because I felt like it was redundant. So I was using this really like to just kind of keep track of the different things that we were doing as a family. However, I would also write the exact same things here on my monthly spread within my catch-all planner, within my hourly planner, because this is my schedule. So a lot of times I would write the exact same thing. So what I decided to do for my personal section moving forward for the month of April is make this my menu planning section. I have done that in the past. I had gotten away from it, but I am going to make this my menu planning so that I can plan out the different menu options or what we're going to eat for the entire week on my monthly calendar, and then I am able to just keep track of what we actually ate within my vertical spread. So this is how it looked for the month of March. I have been just using stickers just here and there from any sticker book that I have decided to pick up. So these are some Happy Planner stickers that I had, and then I was just kind of writing things out randomly the very first week. I got more into a system of exactly what I wanted to do around the third week. But within my personal planner, I am keeping track of what I am eating. I am keeping track of my sleep. I'm keeping track of my workout and any personal things that's going on, anything that we need to do with the family or with the kids. The third week of March, I did decorate it green since St. Patrick's Day was this particular Thursday, and then I am still once again just keeping track of what I am eating, how my workouts are going, and all of that. So I felt like I really got into a specific setup this very last week because I have my workouts going all the way across at the very top. I have my menu of what we ate at the very second section here, and then at the bottom I have family stuff and other things that I need to do. I also will keep track of different things, like if I had to take medicine or if I had a headache. I wrote all of that down here. My kids had a book fair. I wrote that down here as well. And then I started keeping up with the different things that I needed to do for the very next week. Now, since this is the last week of the month, I started to keep track that next week I needed to budget for the week. I need to set up my meal plan, business planning. I have a dentist appointment on Wednesday. So all of that needs to go within my next week spread. And I wanted to make sure that I planned all of that out. So I am using a personal planner again. And like I said, I really do love it. I have been enjoying being able to jot the different things that are coming up in here as well. So after my personal section, the very next section that I have in here is my church section. So I'm going to skip the very front page, but how I like to use the very front page, my monthly planning page, this is another vertical style planner, and this is why I love this undated, undecorated vertical style planner, because I am able to use the exact same planner in multiple ways. And so I use it as a business planner, I use it as a personal planner, and I will print the exact same downloads and use it as my church planner as well. So within this spread, I am on the front page on the monthly spread. I'm keeping up with a lot of our financial numbers. I'm keeping up with offering and how much we're bringing in and how many people are in the building and all of that. So that's why I skipped that page. On my monthly spread, I am keeping up with the different things that we have going on, different notes and different things that are coming up next for the church. And then on the vertical spread, I will do the exact same thing, except I will go into a little bit more detail about the different events and things that we have going on. So if you didn't know why I'm keeping up with all of this, you know, my husband and I did open up a church here in New Orleans at the beginning of January. And so we serve as pastors, but I also have a lot of the financial duties of the church, since, you know, that's what I do. So that's how I am using this planner in order to kind of stay on top of all of those things. The next planner that I have in here is my faith planner. And my faith planner is one where I am keeping up with different things that I am just working on personally with my own personal faith. So the difference between faith And church, my church planner is for the duties and the things that I need to do specifically for the church. But my faith planner is for my personal faith, my personal time that I will spend with God on my own. So I do have my prayers here. I have my gratitude, the people that I am currently praying for, and then I will pray for specific situations. And then on my monthly spread, I am keeping track of the different verses of the day in the YouVersion Bible app. I will just write down the verse of the day, and then I will read that particular verse within my Bible app. Now, I just switched over this setup. I was using a journal style setup for this particular planner, and I just switched it over to the vertical style for no particular reason other than I just liked the faith journaling within the vertical style planner. I really just loved how it looked. And so with this particular study, we were talking about disappointment and finding God in the face of disappointment. So I wrote down the scripture on the side here, and then I just wrote down different scriptures throughout the study as I was reading it and as I was studying it. Within the YouVersion Bible app, they do have particular Bible plans that you can use, and so that's how I use it. Especially when I do studies like this, I will just pull up the Bible app. Let me go to the home page and I can show you the plans. So this particular plan was called Finding God Within, and as you can see, as I was reading different things, I would read the different scriptures and then I would write them in. So this is the first one here, and then I have Philippians 4:6-9 here, and then Isaiah 12:2 here. So I would just write them down, and then within here they also have different scriptures that they will refer you to. So as you're listening to the plan, you're able to kind of check different things off and write things along with it. So that's exactly what I did, and that's how I use this particular planner. I didn't decorate with many stickers. I mean, I have one here and one there, but I really was in the mood to just write different things out and write out the scriptures. So I didn't really decorate too much. Sometimes I feel like decorating, other times I just want to write and journal. So that's just how my mood was in the moment, and that's how I'm currently using this particular planner. And this is the same download. So I am using the vertical download basically in every other section of my planner, I think, except for the very last two. So for my faith section, my church section, my personal section, and my business section, they are all vertical style planners. The very first one, my schedule planner, is an hourly planner. And then the very next one that's coming up is my budget planner. And my budget planner is a specific planner that I am currently using in order to stay on top of our budget. So before my budget, I do have some jars that I will highlight and then just color in. This is how I am keeping up with my savings and the different saving goals that I have. So this is my Roth IRA, and I'm just keeping up with the balance on the side here. And then I have my emergency fund on the side here. My short-term savings, my business savings, all of them are on each one of these sheets. And then every time I save something, like this is for our educational account, I will just update the balance and just highlight and see how I'm doing for the year. The next page I have here is my bingo saving chart. This is a chart that you actually get for free if you sign up for my mailing list. It's emailed to you as a PDF, and I am planning on just highlighting each one of these numbers as I continue to save it. And I have been doing this within my Capital app. So I did figure out how to make my Capital app work again. I'm going to do an entire class on how I use Capital in order to save for my short-term savings accounts, and so that will be in next Monday's class, next Monday live class. So if you're interested in how to set up savings within an app, that's going to be within our next class, but this is one of the things that I'm going to be doing. So in my monthly budget though, I use the month of March to keep up with the different financial goals that I have. On the very first page, I wanted to eat at home on weekdays. I didn't do too well with this one. I just can think off the top of my head. Stay within our variable expenses budget, and I think we did pretty well. We did well 3 out of 4 weeks. 1 week we did not do well. And then our savings goal of $2,000. And so on my monthly spread, I do just have all of the bills that I have coming up, and I will just check them off as I pay them. And then I have my monthly budget here. I started to write out all of the things that I have currently paid, and then I am going to tally everything up and basically see how we did for this month. I know we ended up going over because of the 3rd week. We ended up doing way more in that 3rd week than we had planned, but that's okay. So the first week, I didn't really stay on top of my budget because this was the week of Mardi Gras, and really, to be honest, I just kind of took the week off, and I wasn't staying on top of all of our numbers, but I did catch up the very 2nd week. So I didn't even pay myself the very 1st week. I just kind of coasted that week. So the 2nd week, I ended up paying myself $3,500, which was 2 weeks of actual payment. And then I ended up getting a refund check of $393 from a bill. It was a hospital bill that we end up overpaying, so they sent us money back. So I started really budgeting this very 2nd week, and I know we went over $8.34 here, and then I just kind of roll it over to every single week. And this is the very last week of the month. And I also have my expense tracker here, where with my expense tracker, I ran out of pages for this month. Like, I started keeping up with my monthly check-in for every single week to see how we were doing. But for my expenses, I do keep track of them on my tracker, but it's like I need really a full page for every single week. And I ran out once we got to the very last week, so I had to use the note page, which is okay. And then the very last section that I have in my planner is my Commonplace section. I do have a reading tracker here, and this is the different books that I am reading. And then I will just highlight in a certain color highlighter when I actually finish the book, because I'm just keeping track at the very top of how many books I have read for the month. For the month of January, we read 5. For the month of February, I read 8. And March will be at least 7 books. So I'm keeping up with the books that I am reading and when I am finishing them and how many books I have read at the very top. And then the very next page is my Commonplace section. So my Commonplace section is where I will just write whatever I feel like writing, whatever I am thinking about. If I'm doing a video, if it's something that I'm reading. I've talked about having a Commonplace journal, or just a creative journal, I guess, if you wanted to call it that. We've talked about it before, and how I am intentional on just kind of keeping up with different things that I would love to be able to look back on and read later on. And so that's what this section of my planner is. And really, it's all lined paper. There is no planner really here, but I do like to just put down stickers and write about anything that I feel like I want to write about at that particular time. If you want to see the full video that I did on Commonplace journaling, I will link that one above so that you can see the process and my thought process behind this particular technique. But I really do love it, and I'm so happy that my schedule has kind of calmed down to where I could get into it and find time for it again. And this is the very last section in my planner. We have some note pages, and that is it. So I have really been loving my spreads lately. I have been loving the fact that I've been able to decorate and still keep a pretty functional planner. I really love my current setup, and I feel like I'm back to where I was before, where I have a section in my planner for each area of my life, and that I am able to focus in on that particular area when I flip to that section and stay on top of all of the areas. I know this channel is mainly about money, and I talk about money a majority of the time, but when I tell you, I really do feel like my planning, my working out, my eating well, and cleaning up, all of the things that really don't have anything to do with money, how much they have helped me with my money. It really all does work together. So I hope that this video has helped you if you are currently working on your planner setup for the month of April, or you're looking for ideas for your planner setup. I hope that this video has helped you, and let me know in the comments below if you're making any changes to your planner for the month of April. I don't think I'm making any changes to mine for the month of April. I think we are good to go, but don't hold me to it because you never know. So guys, I will see you all in my next one. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.